Hi friends, welcome back to Passport Atlas. Today I'm sharing 9 insanely cheap places to travel in 2026. Destinations where your money stretches ridiculously far without sacrificing the experience. Let's start with one of my favorites on Earth, Northern Thailand. If you told me I had to live somewhere for a month on a tight budget, I'd pick Northern Thailand without hesitation. Chiang Mai just makes life easy. You wake up, walk outside, and there's a street vendor selling fresh mango smoothies for $1. A bowl of khao soi, this rich, creamy curry noodle soup, maybe $2. And your apartment for the night? $18. Not a hostel. A real private place. Your days fill up fast, too. Temple hopping through the old city. Night markets with endless street food. Waterfalls. Scooter rides into the mountains. And if you're tired, a full-hour Thai massage for $6 or $7. It's one of the only places I've traveled where we actually struggled to spend $50 a day. Vietnam. Now, if Thailand is affordable, Vietnam is somehow even cheaper. Vietnam is chaos in the best way. Scooters everywhere, tiny plastic stools on sidewalks, the smell of fresh bread and grilled meat in the air. And the food scene is unreal. A crispy banh mi sandwich for $1, pho for $2, Vietnamese coffee for pocket change. We're talking full meals cheaper than bottled water at an airport. Hanoi gives you that buzzing city energy. Da Nang has beaches and mountains. And Ha Long Bay looks like something out of a fantasy movie with limestone islands rising out of the water. Plus, overnight buses and trains cost almost nothing, so getting around the country is crazy cheap. Vietnam is the kind of place where you check prices twice because you think there's been a mistake. There isn't. Cambodia. And honestly, this one surprised me the most. Siem Reap is home to Angkor Wat, which is hands down one of the most impressive places I've ever seen. Sunrise over these massive ancient temples, jungle growing through the ruins, giant stone faces carved into towers. It feels like you're exploring a movie set. And here's the crazy part. You can hire a tuk-tuk driver for the entire day for like $15 or $20 to take you everywhere. Guest houses are cheap, meals are cheap, beer is cheaper than water. But what really stands out is the people. Everyone is incredibly warm and welcoming. It's one of those destinations that feels both affordable and meaningful. Guatemala. Let's jump to Central America. If you want dramatic landscapes without resort prices, Guatemala is incredible. Lake Atitlán is easily one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Picture this, a giant blue lake surrounded by 3 massive volcanoes and tiny, colorful villages along the shore. You take little boats between towns for a few dollars. Each town has its own vibe, some chill and quiet, others full of cafes and backpackers. Then there's Antigua, cobblestone streets, pastel buildings, rooftop restaurants with volcano views. You can hike an active volcano one day and eat $3 street food the next. It's wild how affordable it all is. Albania. Now let's talk Europe, because yes, cheap Europe exists, and that place is Albania. It feels like what Croatia or Greece used to be 20 years ago. Crystal clear water, empty beaches, mountain roads, cute old towns, but half the price. Fresh seafood dinners for $6 or $7, beachfront hotels for $25, and barely any crowds. The Albanian Riviera honestly looks like the Mediterranean postcards you see online, except you're not fighting thousands of tourists. If you want a budget summer in Europe, this is the move. Poland. Another huge surprise for me was Poland. I expected it to be affordable. I didn't expect it to be this charming. Krakow feels straight out of a storybook. Giant medieval squares, castles, churches, cafes everywhere. And the food is ridiculously filling and cheap. Huge plates of pierogi, hearty soups, meat dishes, $5 and you're stuffed. You can even eat at milk bars, which are these old-school cafeteria spots where locals go for home-style meals that cost almost nothing. It's easily one of the best value countries in Europe right now. Philippines. If beaches are your thing, the Philippines is insane value. Think white sand, bright blue water, limestone cliffs, basically screensaver-level scenery. Places like El Nido and Coron look unreal. We rented a scooter for a few dollars and found beaches completely to ourselves. Island hopping tours take you through hidden lagoons and snorkeling spots all day long. And guest houses or hostels are super affordable. It's tropical paradise, without luxury resort prices. Morocco. For something totally different, Morocco. This place hits all your senses at once. Busy markets, spices in the air, calls to prayer echoing through old cities, mint tea everywhere. You can stay in traditional riads, these beautiful homes with inner courtyards, for surprisingly cheap. Eat huge tagines and fresh bread for just a few dollars, and then take a trip out to the Sahara, ride camels, and sleep under the stars in the desert. It feels exotic and adventurous, but still very budget-friendly. And finally, Mexico. Not Cancun, not Cabo. I'm talking Oaxaca, Guanajuato, San Cristobal. Places full of color, culture, and some of the best food on the planet. Street tacos for $1, boutique hotels for $25, cheap buses everywhere. It's easy, affordable, and packed with personality. Especially for North Americans, it's one of the best bang-for-your-buck trips you can take. At the end of the day, budget travel isn't about sacrificing comfort. It's just about choosing smarter destinations. Go where your money stretches farther, and suddenly long trips feel possible. So if you're planning travel in 2026, start with one of these places, spend less, stay longer, experience more. And if this helped you plan your next adventure, hit subscribe for more budget travel guides. Happy travels.